In this episode, we are going to talk about the content providers in Android. Content providers more like the tables in relational database. It has also the list of tables, and these tables data are meant to be shared by different kinds of application. We also use the content provider for the searching inside our app. Right, so let me show you what these content providers looks like physically in the backside of mobile. So here is a list of content providers of contacts. So you can see the various table names like dictionaries, settings, search index, and groups, list of contacts names, and account associated with the mobile. So let me click one of them and show you what it exactly looks like inside. So let me click on this raw contacts. So you can see there lots of tables are presented here. So so basic things that it includes is the ID, and then name of the contacts. So it is going to be display name, alternative name, and the timestamp that it is created, and it also includes the various attributes like when it is deleted, when it is synced, and many other things. So and so let me go to the call section. So it is also going to store the list of calls that have made and in which time that the call was made, and various other fundamental things. Okay, so we are going to access this data from these content providers and show it on the toes in this part. Okay, so let us start a new Android Studio project, and I want to rename this name as content providers. So let me hit next, choose empty activity and hit next, and then finally finish. So Android Studio is going to create the project for us, and I want to delete this text. So let me grab a button, and whenever I click this button it should show the list of contacts. So list of contacts, and its button ID is button. Now let me go to the Java section and have my button here, and let me link this button a to XML file .id.button, and then Alt plus enter to cast, and have my set on click listener. So Alt plus enter and implement the on click listener interface and override its methods. So have the switch case here, b.getID, and our case is .id.button, and then our normal break statement. Now let's write our logic here. For this we need the cursor object. Cursor equals to cursor, and then cursor is equals to get content resolver dot query. So you can see we need the various parameters like URI, string projection, so list of strings, selection arguments, and in which order we want to retrieve them. So we can specify them like query equals to URI is equals to URI.parse, and then it is content it is contacts, and then contacts as people, our URI is this, and specify all of those parameters as null. So, and if you don't understand what this parameter means, don't worry, we will be talking about this when we are going to a database series. URI.parse, everything looks okay. This is the what we need. Now what this statement is going to do is that it is going to fetch all of those contact list and place it in our cursor object, and we can check if the cursor is not null, then we have something in our cursor object, right? Else we have some error here, or we don't have any contact list. Inside this if statement I can have the while statement which says cursor.move next, and we are going to get the id column index id. So it is cursor dot get get column index and our index name contracts dot underscore id, and another index id is I2. So it is cursor dot get column index, it is contracts dot contacts dot, and its name is display id, display name. Okay, now we are going to get the id we are going to get the data present inside this id and display name, and we can do this by just showing the toast. Okay, so let me get the string first of all. So it is a string, so it is going to be id. Okay, it is yum id, and we can get that id by cursor dot get string, and you can specify the index name, it is I1, and another one is string dot yum display name, and it is cursor dot get string, and the index column name is I2. So we have successfully get the data present in this id and display name inside yum id and yum display name respectively. So we can show them in the toast dot make text, context is this, and so first string is yum id, and second string is yum display name. Fine, yum display name, and we need to specify the toast length here. Toast length is short and show, and when the cursor doesn't return anything, or when it is null, we can write like this. So sorry, no contacts are found, and toast is the sort, and so great. Now the most important part that we shouldn't forget is that go to the app manifest file and android.manifest file and write the uses permission. So we want to read the contacts, so we need to specify this uses permission and hit run. So select the and if I click this button, let's see what it happens. It is basically going to crash, and this is because we have not given the permission to our app from our settings. So go to the setting folder and go to the apps, and then choose our application, and you can see this permission. So it is asking for the permission, but we have not granted it here, so we need to grant it from here. So we are doing it manually for this tutorial, but in the upcoming part we are going to dynamically ask this permission and handle them with the Java code instead of this manual section. Right, so let's go to our app now and hit this button. So it is saying the one is happy, second was Android, and fourth one is awesome. So I have this contact list, and I can show you these contact list by going to contacts and in here. So Android, awesome, and happy. Fine. So and I will see you in the next part. And I will see you in the next part, where we will be going to add the contacts in our contact list from Java code. So thank you for watching.